Well, we got a juicy situation for you guys here. AITA for not wanting my daughter to marry her cousin by you throwaway 474679. My daughter is planning on getting married very soon. However, I found out last week upon doing research on our family tree that my daughter's fiance is her fifth cousin. I initially didn't know how to break this news to her, but I finally did several days ago. My daughter apparently thought that this is perfectly fine and that she's still going to marry him anyway. I told her that I don't approve of this marriage and that even though I initially agreed to pay for this wedding, I will not be paying for it if she decides to go through with it. We got into a huge fight, which ended with her telling me that she's cutting me out of her life. I honestly don't know what to do. I just don't want my daughter to marry her freaking cousin, AITA.
Fifth cousin seems distant.
I don't even know what fifth cousin is. Let's Google it.
Yeah.
Fifth cousin
I
is...
don't even know really the difference between my second cousin and a cousin removed.
Yeah.
I don't know that either.
I look this up once a year. I think a cousin removed has to do with generation. It's exhausting.
It's literally I just Googled fifth cousin and then the top suggested question is, are fifth cousins really related?
That's
and
hilarious.
The root.com says, no, it just means they did not inherit. It says when you get out past fifth cousin level, the odds of sharing any DNA are less than 5%.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at a chart called a consanguinity relation chart. That's almost certainly not how you say that. But there is...
Oh, I see that one. It looks like a multi-level marketing.
It does. It looks like an MLM. It is. It's the original MLM family. And there's actually no fifth cousin even on the chart. And the chart goes all the way to fourth cousin.
Great. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. Also, Danny, can you tell the story? Your story? I feel like it's irrelevant.
My girlfriend is my cousin, and it does shock people when I say it that way, but she's actually, I don't even know if you could put it into a diagram. It's that we share a cousin. We actually met at my cousin's wedding, and it was her cousin's wedding too. And so we have this family member, and one day we finally sat down and I made a chart. And so the kind of kicker of this is that there is someone who we both call cousin, and they do have DNA from each of us, but it's from different sides. So this one person has DNA from my family and her family. But if I kill that cousin, then her and I aren't related in any real way.
Oh, so you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I know what I have to do. And she's young now. I'm going to wait till she gets a little older so she can appreciate having her life taken from her. But no, she's a sweetheart. It's just awkward when we hang out because we're both like, what's up, cuzzo? And I'm like,
That is slightly weird.
It is slightly weird, and I have a chart. As you know, I made a chart, and I show people the chart, and they look at the chart, and they go, you're not related. And I go, I know, we don't share any blood, so it's no big deal.
Do you guys watch 30 Rock?
I've watched it.
There was like one episode in one of the earlier seasons where Liz Lemon like meets this really attractive guy who's successful and whatnot. And then, then that's like, never happens for her. And then at the end of the episode, it turns out that they have the same great aunt or something. And then so that was like unacceptable according to Liz Lemon. And then the hot guy was like, if we were third cousins, it's okay. I think that's kind of what is relevant here. Just if they're okay with it, and fifth seems super distant. So
how would you even find that out? It's like you'd have to have like a great something grandparent in common, and like how many names do you know? I know my great grandparents' names, and I think that's really it. Maybe great.
I mean, you'd have to go just to get to the third cousin tier. You have to go you have to really document the whole fucking family. Like it's a lot of work to even bring this charge.
I feel like this dad was just really looking for a reason to not like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good reason there. I mean, she's cutting him out of her life. Yeah, so it is a guy.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. He also didn't find this out until they're already engaged and they're about to get married. So it's kind of like if you'd had this information on deck, you would have realized it sooner.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
The commenters agree. Kevin H says, fifth cousin is not a big deal. Matt H, YTA, fifth cousin might as well be unrelated. Do a little research. I mean, come on. If you're not closely related enough to someone for it to be hot sexually, then you're not related.
Goodbye.
Hannah S says, I looked it up and fifth cousins are so far removed, they share less than 5% of the same DNA. Yeah, don't we share like 70% of our DNA with bananas or something like that?
I know we share 98% with chimps. Also, by this logic, like, am I more likely to share more DNA with a random person on the street? Like, 5% seems really low.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works.
That's true.
I guess there's probably it's like 5% of the DNA that matters because we're 2% away from a chimp. That means you're closer related to a chimp than a fifth cousin.
I can see that, given my family.
Mandy H says, ask 3 people if they can name their great grandparent, and if any of them say yes, you're still the asshole. Sarah couldn't find a single not the asshole on all of Reddit. Top Reddit comment, Gracie Parker says, YTA, you agreed to help pay for the wedding. Fifth cousin is basically nothing, and they were already in love and getting married super soon before finding this out. Were you looking for a reason not to like her fiance or something? Sounds like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got no problem with a fifth cousin, Anne?
You know, I don't think so.
It's just like, I don't know. I don't even really have a problem with someone, being with their first cousin. Because who cares? If you love each other, then fuck it. It's not, I've looked this up. Don't ask me why, but you could totally have sex with your first cousin and you're not going to get mutant babies. You have to do it like 3 or 4 times. That's why it happens when it's
What do you mean you have to do it 3 or 4 times? Like your kids and then...
Yes, exactly. The kids and then the grandkids. And that's why certain cultures get really bad problems because the culture is incestual. But if there's like if you're in a weird situation and you wake up one day and you want to love your cousin, then you might be my grandfather. Actually, you are. But
wow.
There's nothing wrong with that. Rest in peace, Abuelo Jesus. Come on.
I honestly I just want to go on a hunt to find my fifth cousin.
You've got to fuck your fifth cousin. It's like the final boss. And any other things to add on Cousin Gate? I think we all agree on this one.
No, I think that's it. If the daughter and her fiance are happy, then they should be happy.
100%. So I think we all agree. AITA for not wanting my daughter to marry her cousin. I think we would say you are the asshole because fifth cousin, that's crazy.
Big time.
Well, Anne, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have anything else you want to tell us about Portland?
Hopefully we all bounce back on the other side. Make it through this.
Hey, we'll all bounce back. And while we're bouncing back, we're going to be enjoying HVAC, a great technology, I'll say. Thank you for engineering it.
Yeah.
All right, Ann. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. We'll see you in the Facebook group. All right, guys, that concludes part 1 of the AITA call-in show. We'll be back next Monday morning with part 2. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone is doing well in the coronavirus situation. My best to you and yours, and we'll see you next Monday morning.